Good morning. We are about to start our morning routine of taking care of our baby doll sheep. So, they've been eating this brand of feed for a while, and I usually try to give them like a scoop and a half, and then I head outside to go check on my sweet, sweet baby boys.
Good morning, boys.
It's so funny because I get
Good
so
morning.
excited every morning
Good
when I walk
morning.
out to them because when they were little, I was always so terrified if they were going to make it through the night or not, just because I was so afraid that, oh, I hope nothing would get them or I hope they don't get out because Kevin, my little tan guy right
Hey,
here, was a
boys.
professional escape artist. But Melvin
Good
learned from the
morning.
best because, as you can see, he looks for any type of reason or whatever you want to call it to try to break
Hi,
out of the
Kevin.
fence. I'm telling you, I'll never understand it. You love these animals so much, and all they want to do is run away from you. But anyway, I usually let them out of their pasture depending on what side they're on. It always looks a little
Come
different.
on.
But we head out, and this
Good
is where they
morning,
get their
Kevin.
yard time. And I
Good
know that
morning,
sounds
Kevin.
awful because it sounds like they're little prisoners, but it's usually when we just let them out in the yard for, a few minutes in the morning, about 30 minutes to an hour, just to walk around and stretch a little bit. But this morning, I got to do a little bit of maintenance, so I need to grab some hay and throw it over there into their pen. They love getting new hay, and luckily, I don't have to buy it too much in the summertime because the grass grows so crazy and they prefer grass over anything. But I usually use it to just fill their slow feeder, so it's an option. And now, because this is a busy morning, I usually save this for the weekend. But we had a super bad fly problem in their pen. This is the first summer that I've had the sheep, so this is the first time I've had to like defly a whole area. But when I'm telling you, there were like thousands. It was awful. So I got some Demetrius earth and threw it all over the ground, let that sit for about 48 hours. And I was a little concerned because I'd never used it before. Had to set out some mouse traps because, well, some bait traps because mice have also been a huge problem this summer, which usually we have a lot of hawks and things in the area that take care of it, but yeah, learning. It's a learning experience. But I ended up breaking all of that up and throwing it into the trash just because I usually compost um, their bedding and they're never in the way or anything. Melvin. But once that's done, another typical morning thing I'll do is just go and fill up their bucket, and you'll go back through if you watch any of my shorts, which I highly recommend. But my husband installed this rain barrel and gutter system that catches a lot of the rainwater. So I usually fill that up so they have fresh water for the day, and it usually lasts them for about a day. But we've been having a bit of a drought here, but when it gets muddy, it this is what it used to look like before we installed that. It was just a swampy mess. But we have a good system and it doesn't get half as gross as it used to. So it catches all of that rainwater, which we can use for some of the plants out in their pasture, but most importantly for giving them water. Also got some mint in here, which helps a lot to keep the spiders away. And at first I thought this was all like hocus pocus, but no, it legit works. And to wrap up, they finally get their breakfast. So I'll usually pour a little bit of their feed in their bowl, which they, of course, enjoy. But sometimes I'll throw some hay out and sprinkle some over there. Ignore the scattered blocks, but they love standing on these and jumping off. But more than anything, I noticed that they love like going to different areas and finding the treats. So it's always really fun and they tend to get a big kick out of it. So now that they're happy, fed, and put up for the morning, I usually check on them in the afternoon too. But I figured it's supposed to be pretty hot today, so I'll go ahead and water some of our plants. These are my cucumbers that I actually have growing in old sheet bedding. That's a whole video too. I have to tell you more about that. Let me know if you're interested. But go ahead and water my basil and tomatoes, which are coming in. And of course, more basil, my green peppers, and my sweet, sweet green beans. This is my first time doing green beans. Something destroyed them. If you know any tips that would help or what the heck is going on, please let me know in the comments below. But this is a typical morning for me with the sheep. Let me know what you think, what do you change, and how I can make my life easier. Catch you guys next time.